Well, one of the stated goals for the Georgia Farm Bureau is to be the voice of agriculture in the legislative arena. That's why hosting events like the recent Senatorial Forum in Athens is so important for the organization. Our Damon Jones was at the forum and reports on what each of the 5 candidates in attendance had to say.
With incumbent Saxby Chambliss not seeking a third term in Senate this year, 15 candidates have decided to enter the race to fill his empty seat. And 5 of those, all from the Republican Party, recently accepted an invite to speak at a senatorial forum hosted by the Georgia Farm Bureau at the University of Georgia. The first speaker of the night was Congressman Jack KINGSTON, whose focus centered on issues such as immigration regulations and ag research. He also believes serving as chairman of the House Ag Appropriations Subcommittee over the past couple of years gives him a unique advantage when it comes to farmers.
When I went to Washington, D.C., I took my business experience, I took my values of hard work, thrift, frugality, and idealism, and I asked to be on the Agriculture Committee. I sought it out. As I said, my door has always been open to you in the U.S. Congress. My door will absolutely, positively always be open to you in the U.S. Senate. You will not have to train me. I will continue fighting for Georgia agriculture.
The next speaker to the podium was Congressman Paul Brown, who's represented the 10th District since 2007. His main concern was the amount of involvement the government has in people's everyday affairs. It's a problem he believes is having a major impact on farmers.
The greatest attack upon our food producers, you, farmers, is a government that has become too big. It's become too burdensome, too intrusive. It's spending too much, taxing too much, regulating too much, borrowing too much, sticking its nose in our business too much. That must stop.
Georgia's former Secretary of State and Susan G. Komen executive Karen Handel also made an appearance. And while she admits not coming from an agricultural background, Handel made it very clear that the farmers' concerns will not go unnoticed.
As your next United States Senator, I will be your partner and your champion on the issues that matter to you. I'm the first one to tell you that I'm not an expert on farm issues. You are. And that's why when there are issues that are affecting you, you're going to be at the table as my partner and my sounding board, so that together we're going to do what we need to do for farming so that we can ensure an adequate, consistent water supply, so that you have available credit, so that we get the right kind of energy policy in place, so that we can bring down those energy prices.
Congressman Phil Gingrey, Georgia's 11th district representative of more than a decade, also got his chance at the podium. He stressed the importance of introducing certain legislation with the farmers in mind, including how to handle the methyl bromide issue and water regulations.
I'm going to be voting for you, whether you're farmers, and you all are, whether you're lawyers, whether you're physicians, everybody in this state. I am your voice, and I will listen to you. Ever since I got elected to the Congress, I have had an agricultural advisory committee.
Businessman David PURDUE, who is the former CEO of Dollar General, was the final speaker of the night. The Macon native pointed out how his firsthand experiences with the global economy and the impact government policies have on businesses make him uniquely qualified. He also believes it's going to take a different kind of candidate in office if real changes are going to be made.
But if you're like me and you're as outraged as I am about the amount of money they're taking out of our pockets, the size and scope of our federal government, and the childish behavior that we witness every week in Washington, then I hope you'll give this outsider a chance. Remember, if we want different results in Washington, we have to send a different kind of person to Washington, and I want to be that guy.
Reporting from Athens, I'm Damon Jones for the Georgia Farm Monitor.